Okay, so I'm recording right now. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. So we're not going to take a lot of time to do this, but there is something very quick we'll need to fix. The first thing, once you are given a design to do, the first thing we advise you do is to do a little bit of research. Okay, when you are done doing your research, then you place the elements of your research. Now, talking about research is simply going out there to see what people have done before, to see the relationship with the things people have done before, and it has no limit. Okay, which I'm so glad for the job we've done, or the job the guys have done. This job was submitted by, I don't know who submitted it, but I think one of the students submitted it, and this guy was submitted by somebody else, I think Zubi, and this guy was submitted by somebody else. This was supposed to be purple in color, but I don't know what happened to the color mode. So let me change it to RGB and see what's going on. It's still not changing. It's not changing. So it's supposed to be purple. So I might as well bring in the JPEG file since the guys didn't send me the files I wanted. So this is supposed to be purple. I think, let me just get the JPEG files in and see if I can work with that. Okay, so if you can hear me, please give a thumbs up once again while I download some issues right here. You can see what I have here. You can see what I have here. This is supposed to be purple. Okay, this is supposed to be one of the guys. And this was actually the scariest part of the design because I never expected this, man. It was so scary. I don't know if it scared you. But Mazi did a great work anyway. This was very scary, very, very scary. So first things first. I'm going through all this work, so I'm going to analyze and say the things that are not right in the project. First of all, before you kick out with your layout, before we start talking about the concept development and the rest of them, before you kick out with a design, you have to define your layout. First of all, it sounds like my sermon. I always talk about it. Is you being able to create a margin, just like the way you have your exam sheets. Okay, you have a place where you are not supposed to write, or you're supposed to have content around that place. Do you understand? Give a high five if you understand what I'm saying. So in that area, you should not, thank you, few concepts and Henry, you guys are following, and ACI word, you should not have anything on that location or that area. So now look, if I should create a margin, it's about 2 millimeters, a standard margin. Okay, then this margin, let me zoom in for you to see what I'm saying, is where your designs are not supposed to cut into. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you define it. So in designs like this, the essence of margin is to reduce tension. If you have designs bleeding into the margin, it's going to reduce the relaxation ability, the ability for your reader to relax and read, because they will feel your design is falling apart, for those that will understand. So the first criteria in working out your design is not to start designing on your layout level, is to make sure that your margin is well placed. So see how I place my margin. I draw a square. I draw a square right here. Once I draw the square, I might decide to key in a value, a certain value for my square right here. I have them in pixels up here. Can you see that? Can you see that? pixels here, so they are all in the same size. So I can still use the second method that I normally use by hitting Ctrl''. It will bring out the grids for me. Or if you cannot see the Ctrl'', go to View. Okay, when you go to View, can you see this? Can you see this? Go to View, and you're going to see Grid. Go to View, Show, and you're going to see Grid. Okay, that's Ctrl''. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the first thing you do. That's the first thing you do. So you create a grid. Well, now I don't do this like this just because I'm showing you. I just imagine a possible grid and draw my line and make sure everything is the same and they are equal. So then I'll pull out these blue lines here and take this and hold down Alt and move it down to this other extreme and perhaps change the color so that you can see it properly. Okay, so I take the ruler, I drop it here. If you are using Photoshop, I take the ruler, I drop it here. So now my designs are going to sit inside this this setup. Finish creation. Can you hear me? Are you following? Okay, Mims is back. Mims is back. Mims is back.
I beg, I'm so sorry. The network here is terrible.
Okay, Mims. So Mims from okay, you know what we're talking. So I create the grids first. Okay, the margin. I said this is the area my design is not going to exceed. Okay, so in this area now, I'll now delete those rectangles, right? So I can work with something meaningful, you know. So I haven't said this. So you can see the first bad for the design is what? Is the logo. So the logo is already cutting into the grid, which is a very bad thing to do. Now, Mims, what do you think about this this font that the guy used and the whole arrangement? Because I'm not getting it at all. Now, I understand that the guy is trying to, you know, put a concept inside a home, okay, like stay at home something and all that, but how could it have been done better?
Okay, firstly, the font. I think the font is okay, but the art, the art before the home is confusing. I don't even understand why that T is so big.
I'm just seeing it now, yeah.
Like, why is it so big? Okay, if you had managed to limit the box of the home to only home itself, or maybe stay at home itself, it would have been better than putting the whole information in home. Okay. And there is the design is just too complex. It's just too complex. The design is just too complex. They stay and the art is planted. Then the home is somewhere else, and they stay safe is somewhere else. And there's just too much confusion. Someone within it to probably be stressing themselves to understand what's going on. But then still, I don't know why that T is so big. Why is that T so big?
Okay. If I might get this right, I'm trying to get a picture of a home. Okay, I'm trying to get a picture of a home that can, you know, really depict what this guy is trying to do. So I like the idea that he's trying to, you know, create something out of the box, but at the same time, he shouldn't confuse, you know, or make everything very, very complex. Okay. So before the end of this class, we're going to show you where you can download good pictures from for your designs. Okay, give a thumbs up if you are happy about this. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So I'm getting a home picture right now, so we can use it to run. Then secondly, now there is an exception to this rule of the margin, right? Just like what this guy did here, he's not totally wrong, but the problem is if he crosses down to this point and goes beyond here, that's where we'll have issues. So you really have to watch your borders very, very well. So now we are on to Maz's design right now. Mims, have you been able to download this to your computer? Guys, remember there is a chat box. You can drop a message. There's a chat box. You can drop a message on the chat. If you want to ask a question, you can just drop a message on the chat box. How many of you can see the chat box?
Yeah, I think I can see it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you can drop a message on the chat box. Mike is here, a co-founder at Po International. Give him a thumbs up, please, guys. Give him a thumbs up. Yeah. Mike, all thumbs are up for you.
Thanks, thanks.
Okay. We are recording this video, so you can pick up if you didn't get anything as we're working, okay? So the second is Maz's design. Miracle, were you able to get Maz's design to your computer? Is Mims still on the line? Okay, I think I lost Mims again because of network problems. Okay, so let me do this quickly. So I'm going to work on this design quickly and I'm show you how better this would have looked, this particular design would have looked. So I'll hit on Control N to create a new document. Now our RAM is running fast, so we might not be able to touch everything. So I'll just do like one or two. Then Mims, whenever he comes on, is going to do one or two. Then we'll wrap it up. All right. So I normally like to keep my stuff right here. So now your designs, like I'm saying, has to be very simple and should. I'm going to teach you something right now, something very, very important that you have to always put in mind while you are putting out anything on your layout. Very, very important. Very important. Now, first of all, this is your layout. And I was trying to analyze this for someone yesterday I made a call with. And I tried to say that in your layout, you have to the content of your layout is either a text or an image. It's either a text or an image. So first of all, you have to define which thing exactly do you want it to be the major and the striking element of that design. So if you want a picture to match with your word, you have to decide which of these two should I make very big and which of these two should I make very small. So you put in your mind the 60-30-10 principle. The 60%, it works in colors and it also works in choosing the size of what you want to have big. So now I imagine, using my method just manually to create my margin. That's the first thing I do whenever I pick a design to do. Okay, create a margin that I feel I'm comfortable with. Something that is very sizable, because most of you don't do this, and it's a very bad thing. That's the first way to know a bad designer, a terrible designer. So I'm going to bring in this picture of a house right into my Photoshop. This, I think it came in as a PNG. It's loading. Sorry, a lot of things are here. It's loading, just like that. So I want to have this right here. Which one exactly had the stay at home on it? Hope we are following, guys. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. Thank you. So I'm looking for that young man's designs again. Okay, fill concept. So now fill, you've taken correction of the margin, right? I'm sure you've taken correction of the margin. Hope you are still here. Okay, good, good. I'm happy you are here. So that's the first thing you do. Now, this is a home, and I will probably want to close down. Still awake? Yeah. I probably want to close down this thing here, so so I can put my stay at home inside, however I want it. So I have to maybe use my selection tool, select the entire thing to this point, and just mask it. I'll just mask it and hit Ctrl I to invert my mask. Okay, very simple. So I'll create a rectangle so I can cross it, put it across. So it cuts across this. I can color my rectangle, black. Double click on the rectangle stuff to have this done this way. Then this is a beautiful home. Already, I can just reduce it a little bit and put it at the center, just the same way he did it. So the next thing is stay at home. Okay, stay at home, stay safe. That's exactly what he wants to communicate. So we're going to still keep that essence that way, and we're going to see how it looks, or it's going to look better. So now you have to watch the kind of fonts you use. The fonts are cool, but I'm not really so comfortable with the fonts. Okay, so fonts that are very tall like this, I will advise you make use of maybe Bebas or some fonts, that is condensed. Okay, but before you use a condensed font, it has to be called for. You have to check the motion. Condensed fonts are actually very intimidating. Okay, when you use condensed fonts are when you want to do designs that are intimidating, like you want to do heavy duty kind of posters for party or some kind of thing, some para-official stuff. So, but this is still cool. I'm going to try and see if my Bebas is going to work right here. So I'm going to take the my pen tool and I'm going to write stay. Okay, stay. So I don't lose the idea completely. I'm going to have stay. What I have here is stay. What I have here is stay. Okay, this way, at home. Stay safe. Okay, stay at home, stay safe. So let's try to keep the designs as simple as we can. So we have stay at home, right? So let's put this way. I'm going to change my font to Bebas. Okay, font that looks like what you have. If we must use that font, because in as much as I'm trying to make corrections on the design, I don't want to lose your idea. Okay, because your idea is very precious. Okay, very precious. It's very nice one. So I just want to put this just a little bit closer to each other. Okay. Let's do this. Stay. Let me put at right here. Stay at home. Mims, are you back? At
Man, network is terrible. Like,
yeah. We are in Nigeria, we understand, yeah.
Okay, so what's going on?
So yeah, I'm trying to rework the stay at home the guy did. The one we have here. Okay. Okay. Stay at home, stay safe. So he wants to have perhaps the stay to cut across stay safe and stay at home. You understand? So what he wants to have
Yeah, I can
here
see.
is safe. Okay? Stay safe.
Okay, he wants to use the house to represent staying safe and staying at home.
Stay at home, yeah. So stay at home and stay safe. Okay? So this can be very difficult. You see how confusing it's getting me right now. So let me just keep it very simple and just keep the stay at home straightforward. So you don't get your audience thinking too much. Stay at home. Okay? I like stay at home. Okay, let's try this. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, they say they gave us 40 extra minutes. So we are doing well. And stay safe. So
Okay, Kacha, are you there?
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Make your input, please. Stay at home. At home. And probably let me add stay at home, right? So I just shrinked all of them in a box, just like that. Okay. Stay safe. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Very, very late information. We'll have to do it that way. Obuji, are you there? So normally I pick rulers just to align things up, just like that, just to keep things aligned, just like that, just like that. Unfortunately, my Bibas has a family. Means my Bibas has a family. Can you imagine? So to add just a little, concept and simplicity to it. So let me take a look at this stuff again. Okay. Now I'm so happy that he understood the brand color and he made use of the brand color, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do as well. So I'm going to go where I keep some branding stuff and pick brand colors from there. Perhaps something like this. Something like this. Okay? Perhaps something like that. So I'll keep it there and use the colors right here, just like he did, to represent the stay at home stuff. And also, I might decide to color the house as well. And see how it looks. Okay. Mims, are you there? I've lost Mims. Okay, Henry, you are still here. Okay. I know most of us are having network issues, but the video is being recorded, so you can, we have nothing to lose. Okay. So they say save the world, save humanity, and save our race. Stay at home. Save the world, save humanity, save our race. Okay? Save the world, save humanity, and stay at home. So this right here, I'm going to make it a different font. So I might use Nexa. Okay. So I might decide to break it up. So I have something like that right here. And make sure, yeah, I think I'll be preferring them to stand on a single line. So I can add some more, details in between. So I'll put them all in caps. I'll put them all in caps and see how it works. I'll put them all in caps. See how it works, and that'll be fine. Okay. Who is with me? Give a thumbs up. Agupusi Oluebube. What's going on? Give a thumbs up. Yeah. So let me add save. Let me put all the save and emphasize all the save. So you just have to place some emphasis when you are doing designs, to some stuff. Place some form of emphasis to things. Then what else can I take from what you have here already? The social media handles, like you have the social media handles, like what you have here. The social media handles and the website. So let me just type it, www.spointernational.com. Okay. So let me just use the website. Okay. So I'm going to show you you're going to, explain, by your hand, tell me, the guys that are watching, to tell me like when I explained the principle, this I'm doing, I'm just spreading out the font so that it's going to have some little swag to it. So it's kind of too white for me. Having it at this point now, kind of too white. So I might just draw a rectangle here. So the rectangle is going to just pop some stuff. I'm going to make a gradient on the rectangle. Make a gradient on the rectangle. So just something very simple. A purple gradient on the rectangle, perhaps to depict the brand, how we do our stuff. So I'm going to still pick the colors from the logos, as the case may be. Okay. Let me darken it down a little bit so I can have this. Now, see, I did not import any extra thing. I didn't take any extra design element from anywhere. So I'm turning this back to white. I'm making use of the simple stay at home concept, and stay at home, save the world. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm having issues selecting stuff right here. So yeah. Sorry. The village people. So let me shift this a little bit up. These fuse concepts, this is your design, right? So I can just position this at the center. So now there is no middle ground. Let me make this emphasis. There is no middle ground between where you are positioning stuff. So if you like, is either you put it at the center or you put it by the side or you put it at center. But know the direction your design is moving. Movement is very important. This design exactly is moving from straight up to down. Okay, that is moving from straight up to down. So if you have the design going this direction, we know that that's the direction it's going to. Okay, so for now, let me keep it this way, simple and clean like this. So for the guys, I'm going to post this on your, I'm going to save it and post it on your page, on the groups that I sent this, so you can stay at home one. So Mims, do you have any of those second designs, all those designs? Let's see what you have from your end. Are you still here? Okay, Mims is gone. Mims is gone. Okay. Few concepts have left. Actually, is actually the owner of this art. So Ebube, what does your own look like? What does your own artwork look like? Because I've not seen it. Everybody still here? Give a reaction.
Yeah, he's here, but I think his mic is actually muted.
I think she is here. Yeah, I prefer they give a reaction than to talk because a lot of
She?
voice will be going. Yes, always is a she. Yeah. Fortune is here. I'm so glad you guys are here. So, Fortune, do you understand how we outline things? So, you have to understand that human beings, the way we view things is all the same. Anything that is not aligned, you see the way I aligned everything, after all, put grid lines. So this is how I do. So this is how you work as a professional. You must make use of grids. You must align everything, make sure that things have connection with each other. Do you understand? Now, I like this guy's design as well. Very good design. He made use of coronavirus things, but if we should put him in the scale of what we just did and apply margins all around, let's see what's going to happen. Apply margins all around. Okay, so we notice that it's cutting out something here. Then that's the first thing. Now, secondly, looking at this design, I would have loved to do almost everything that is here. Let me try and see what I can do from here. And so I won't waste time and data. I might reschedule. So you guys are big boys now, so or big boys and girls. So I'm picking this alone, and I'm going to create a new I'm going to create a new document so I can work with this. Now, let me analyze back what I did with this guy right here. And I want to place it side by side with the one I just concluded. So you understand what we did. Are you seeing the both of them now? Side by side. I need a reaction. I think both of them side by side. Good. Now, you need to have the 60% when it comes to color as well. So the color that is making up the 60% of this is our purple, okay, based on color. 30% also is our color, but an accentuated color because all the colors are not of the same shade, okay? Then the rest are white, which is neutral. So you have to be mindful of your neutral. Make sure, don't be afraid of space. It's actually space that helps people to read your design. And don't also be too minimalistic that there is too much space, but the spaces are not functional. I'm still going to talk about it right now. Have space, but let the spaces be functional. Let there be need. Let there be reason for it. So let me talk about this guy's work right now. And let's see. Okay, now assuming this is the coronavirus background, and I'm working for a brand that their color is purple. So what I'll simply do here is to take this to the background, and this is the new design I'm working on. And this is enough for the corona emphasis. I don't need the coronavirus to be everywhere. So what I'm going to do is to create a gradient. So this is how I create the gradient. Create a gradient of the brand color of those guys that I'm going to be working for. Create a gradient, okay? Create a gradient just like that. Now, your gradient should not be, you have to have the strong balance to balance out the gradient to make it thick and professional. So I'll make the gradient radial. So I'll have something very clean here. Okay. Mazi, you are welcome. But mute your audio. Thank you. So I'll bring it down because it's at the background. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to blend in this to my background. Blend it in properly. So I can use the blend modes right here to do the blending. Okay. I normally use soft light. So soft light is enough. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to quite reduce the effect of the light. Okay. And have this guy just at the center right here. So the next thing, I'm going to close this down. I'm going to look for, yeah, this guy right here. And COVID-19 is sitting right here, and presiding over excellence is sitting right here. There is no connection between this, and it's going to lack a little balance when we move forward. So this is very quite simple and straightforward. So this is what we'll do next. This is a line he ruled here. We're going to rule that same line, but we're going to rule it in a very dope way. Okay, so I'll just rule that line just like he did. So, but now I'm going to turn this into a kind of a curve in your Corel Draw. Rasterize the object, right click and rasterize the object. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my filter, go to filter and add blur to this line. So you see the blur I just added to the line. Can you see it? Yes, it turns to a light, in the kind of light on its own. So what next I'm going to do to this is to still blend it. I'll blend it into the background a little bit. Just use the blend mode that you feel comfortable with. And right now I'm going to use the overlay because it added a kind of depth to it, like it made it breathe. So I'm going to add more of the background. So it's going to pop more, duplicate, Control J to duplicate it. Then I'll reduce it just a little bit. Now, having done this, I'm trying to push out that same element. So what was her content or his content is stay safe, stay at home. Stay safe, stay at home. So stay safe, okay? and stay at home. Mazi, mute your audio. Okay, so stay safe, stay at home, and right now I'm going to have I'm going to use my font, my favorite font, designing this kind of stuff, the Nexa font, and very simple. Stay safe. Okay, I'm going to still use stay at home. So, but this time around, I'm going to reduce this. So we have a contrast of the big and the small. What is important and what is less important. In this case, I'll still reduce I'll still use another font. So there are two fonts I've used in this tutorial. So remind me, mention those fonts for me, and I'm going to attach them for you so you can download. So if you're interested in downloading the fonts, you let me know. But I think you should get them, the Nexa fonts, and stay at home. So stay safe, stay at home. So I'm going to align this to center. Hold down what you want to align and hit so you can place it at the center for you. Hold down and hit the background so it plays at the center for you. So I think it's at the center. Okay, I have about 20 chats on the chat room. What are you guys saying on the chat room? Okay, nothing exactly. Okay, stay here, stay safe, stay at home, back here. So add a little of sauce to it. And what else do we have there? We have the alignment of the brand, whatever. So now, why do we have COVID-19 two times or twice on the design? I don't think it's necessary. Or was it necessary at all? It wasn't. Once you have it in one place, you've got it everywhere. Okay, so we'll just place the logo right here, and this time around, we have to find a connection between Point International, COVID-19, and all that. So, and the color is swallowing the logo. So all of you did so well in having a very good contrast. So, but this time around, we're going to see how we can do this. Sometimes the brand might want you to convert, you can take permission to convert their logo to one color. So let's just do it white, or better still, let's do COVID-19 first. Let's just type COVID-19 somewhere. COVID-19. Now, COVID-19, one is enough. One is enough. So we can type it and just reduce the size a little bit and leave it right here. Okay? Then the brand logo, just like we have, we can just do remember and keep it right here. So it has a connection. Can you see computer is giving you a signal that now there is a connection between the design right at the left and design by the right. So I'm going to turn this to white. I'm going to turn this to white and this as well to white. So now for me, I'm going to add some swag to this to COVID-19. I might not make it pure white. I might just introduce a little color that is different, different color to it, so it can add a kick to the design. So can't you see how this looks? So if I do this, I have to add another of this color somewhere. So my background is clean, as you can see, and my font, I'm going to make use of the same stuff I have right here and just place it there. Sorry, if we got this right. So I'll reduce the size a little bit so it doesn't obstruct every other thing that is going on the background. So if I have other forms of information, I want to have under here, I'll just place them down here and just and that will be cool. So I might introduce this at the bottom of this place. So to make it stand out a little bit. So just bring it down, control brackets, open bracket, close. So I can even turn the color to, yeah, back to the purple where it was. So we have this because it ran from center down to this place. So stay safe, stay at home. As simple as that. So this is what we turned this design into in just a few seconds. We are still on the same design, but now you should be able to understand the difference from what we did and what you did. Now, your alignment has issues. We'll put ruler here and put ruler here, and the space between the designs is very much. This road now is enough to build Lagos Port Harcourt Expressway just across this place. Okay, it shouldn't be that massive. Okay, it shouldn't be that massive. Do you understand? Then work on the fonts. Now let's talk about icons. You have to be trendy. You have to be trendy. Hope you are following me. These icons no longer exist. Okay, I'm going to do the website part of this, so I'll show you the icons, what icons and how you must use icons. These icons are the icons of 1995. Okay, where you have Instagram using three-dimensional pictures to do their stuff. Bethel, you are welcome. Give a reaction. Give a thumbs up. Okay? Okay, that's all. So now take note of these fonts. Nexa family fonts. Nexa, N-E-X-A family fonts. Montserrat family fonts. Okay? Montserrat family fonts. Helvetica family fonts, and I'll show you where you can get some of these fonts in Google before we get this wrapping up. So we'll stop here. Maybe when we have memes with a good network, we'll give an alert just like we did today, and we'll get some of those designs done. So from the designs I did, you can see this. First of all, started breaking the rule of the margin, right? Started breaking the rule of the margin. So see, the write-up is already moving away from the design. Can you see that? Give a thumbs up if you can see that. Then the font is not making sense in line with what it has. So your design have to move in a certain way. There has to be a direction. You can't be moving at the center and all of a sudden you are moving to the left. So you can't moving from the left, all of a sudden you are moving towards the center. Do you understand? So your design have to have, fortunately, it's good to see your face. Your design have to have a direction. It has to have a direction. So you can't be having something as centralized and the next thing you are having something this way. Then your objective has to be very clear. That's containing your object as well. Mazi, you're welcome. Is that Mazi?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now this guy showed a very good picture of somebody at home. Do you understand? Showed a very good picture of somebody at home. But we have to set it very straight. We are not seeing the person very well. So like now, I would like to do this. So what I'm going to do here, I'll use a girl I downloaded a long time ago for this kind of project for a lady. I'll use the girl I downloaded a long time ago. Can you see the girl? Is a virtual girl, so don't fall in love with her. Okay?
We can't see anything. We can't see anything.
You can't see the girl?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You can't see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you see the girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You can see a picture of the girl. So now, this is what this guy is trying to communicate, okay? For me to communicate this, you have to show, you have to, like I made reference to 60, 30, 10 principle. It works with colors, and it also works with your design layout. 60% of the design, you have to choose if it is going to be content, that's written content or image. So now let me create a new file for this and show you what I'm going to turn this into just in a minute. So I'm going to place this lady into my design right now, and she's going to occupy about 60% of my design. Okay, I'm going to place her right here. I'm going to occupy about 60% of my design. Can you see her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce this circle this guy did here, just where he did it. I'll introduce the circle. I'll introduce the circle. Make it a perfect circle. Now, make it a perfect circle. I'll introduce the circle. Just like make it a perfect circle. I'll introduce the circle just like that. Then I'm going to make the circle a gradient of the color of the brand. Okay, I'm going to make it a gradient of color of the brand. So I'm going to click on FX panel, you know where it is, and already I have it saved here. Okay, so it's going to apply automatically to my brand. So let me just push it out a little, so it adds some some sweetness to just let me have the darker shades around. All right. Remember, anytime you are doing design projects, okay, make sure you have colors that are strong. Even if you are designing on a white plane, make sure you have colors that are strong, okay, so that it helps your design pop, whatever you're going to put on top or under it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then, secondly, I have to make this image to match the brand color. So this is where I'm going to introduce what we call, you go to your FX panel, this place, as you can see, click on your FX panel, on this adjustment layers, you see gradient map, second to the last one before selective color, okay? So select the gradient map, you see what it turns this into, you hold down Alt to clip mask it, okay? I'll hold down Alt and clip mask it on the object I want to work on specifically, which is the girl. So you see that now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I click on this color, whatever showing here, and click on the brand color. Look at what it turns my color to. Okay, it turns it to something I don't understand. So I'll just reverse it. So it pushes the lighter color up and takes the darker color down. So this is okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to my blend mode options and look for the perfect blend. Maybe I'm going to use the soft light.
Yeah.
So I'll reduce it a little bit. So I'll have something like this. Okay, so now I'm matching, what I'm trying to do is that I'm matching the brand color with the image. So let me turn it off. You see, you have a normal image. Then this looks more like the brand. Do you understand? So I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, hope that's okay. Then stay safe, stay at home. So I'm going to borrow this stay safe, stay at home. This is clip mask. Hold down the Alt key and place your mouse just between where you want to clip mask and where you want, or with the element you want to clip mask on it. So remember, you can clip mask anything.
That screen disappeared again. Oh.
Okay, let me try and reshare it. Okay. Okay. Can you get me?
Yeah.
Can you see the screen back? Can you see the screen back?
Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Now you can see the lady, right? You can see the lady, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You can see the gradient map I made here. Remember how I
Yes,
made it? I went here, I selected the
No.
gradient. I selected this part. You see gradient map, right? You click on the gradient map. It shows you the default color, perhaps the last colors you had, okay? You click on it, just
Okay.
like you click on every other thing. Select the first node, change the color to maybe the color, first color you want to have right here. Maybe a lighter shade of purple, something like that. So, but normally I already have the purple here because once you are saving any gradient in your gradient panel, you are also saving it everywhere. So I already have the purple here, okay? So the ones that are here are the lighter colors. So if I start taking this to the lighter parts, it looks more ugly. See, it looks more, more negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm going to do is to reverse it. I just click OK. I will see the reverse button. Okay. I'll just
Yeah.
click on the reverse button. It reverses the whole thing. It takes the darker colors back to where it's supposed to be. So mind you, in the gradient map, a color has to be darker, a color has to be brighter. Okay. So I'm going to talk more about the gradient map maybe in a YouTube video, subsequent YouTube videos I'm going to release. So when I'm done, I hit OK. Okay. Now I want this gradient map to affect only that girl. You understand? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold on Alt, right? Hold on the Alt key. Okay. And it turns it to gradient map. Can you see that? Okay. Can you
Yes.
see that? I click on it. It's masked only that girl right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the blend mode to maybe soft light or overlay. These are the blend modes that are very possible. So, and just turn down the opacity a little bit so it doesn't look so much so colorful like that. So that's all. So hope you understood what we did. This is an experience lesson I just gave you right now. Some pictures, you see it matching the color of the brand or the color of what is happening around, but you can't fix it. I don't know if you noticed it before. So now this is what we have for, you see, we are matching this color with the color. So when I have stay at home, stay safe. Okay? We have stay at home, stay safe. And which is now going to contain the 30% of the design is now going to be our write-up. So we make sure we align it to the left. This particular one, align it to the left, and so it looks professional. So keep it here. Stay at home, stay safe. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hope you are seeing on my screen now. You are seeing on my screen now, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Henry, can you see the screen? Is Henry still here?
No.
A thumbs up. Okay, okay. Yeah, Henry's still here.
Okay.
Give a thumbs
Okay.
up. Yeah, he's still here. Hold on. Let me get something fixed. So if you have any question, just ask me right now. Let me fix it. You have any questions so far? What can you see on your screen?
Your WhatsApp.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch the space between these two alphabets.
My org.
Close up the space a little bit. Okay? Close up the space a little bit between these two stuff. I think 20 will be perfect for me. You see what I'm doing, right?
Yes.
Stay safe, and I'll have stay at home.
Stay at home.
Stay at home. Okay? So I'll make my stay at home to be on a single line together with this. Hope somebody's getting it. So now you see the direction our design is going. Our design now has a direction. I'll pop this up a little bit since that is taking 30% of our art space. Okay? Very cool. Very cool. So I'll take the logo from here and perhaps look for a best place to have it. Now, let me show you a little magic. Should I?
Okay.
So you need to learn to work with layers and brushes. Okay, now I'm going to create a new layer just for the purpose of this logo, because the logo is not contrasting enough, and that is where I want the logo to be. But it's not a must that the logo is going to be there. Okay, it's not a must. Okay, it's not a must that the logo is going to be there. So, but I will create a layer and get to my brush tool, pick the brush tool, increase the brush size a little, reduce my stuff like that, increase the brush size a little more. I can take the white, click on white from here, and add some. You see that?
Yeah.
Just to pop your logo. And now it's giving the whole design a very sleek feel. All right?
Yeah.
So in your design, just keep in mind, you have to put everything has to be, I don't know, that's the way my boss used to, he doesn't have the word to explain, you know, a design that is together. He will tell you everything has to be, and you'll be hearing the sound of his hand. Like he's trying to demonstrate how passionate he is about, you know, a good design.
Exactly.
So now I forgot we have contents right here. There is more excellent way to beat COVID. Okay, there is more excellent way to beat COVID. So I'll just push this up a little since I have a content and reduce it a little bit more. So I don't have strength to write that, but I'll try. I'll try.
There is a more excellent
There
way.
is a more excellent way. I'll correct those ones. To do what? To beat COVID, right? COVID-19, right? There's a more excellent. What else is there? What else is there? You will never
guess. Stay at home.
Okay. You will never guess. Okay. So we have already have stay at home somewhere. So we are going to just pick that stay at home. So I'll reduce the size of this content because it's not the major caption. Okay. You'll never guess. Okay. I'll make this smaller. I'll make this smaller and reduce it even more. Okay, and see the direction our design is going. So we're going to keep it in that direction. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could make it, yeah, I could make it a smaller letter so it looks, you know, more minimalistic. So be very,
Wow.
very minimalistic with your designs. Very minimalistic. Like once you are able to get things aligned properly, like what I'm showing you, okay? Once you're able to apply the principle of the contrast, make sure nothing is hiding in your design. Make sure nothing is hiding in your design. Make sure nothing is hiding. Make sure people are not finding it difficult to read anything, okay? Just like that. So we're going to have this stay at home come under, okay? So can have this right here. So have this, and when you are placing objects, watch the next object in respect to that object. The space between these two objects has to be the same, or until otherwise you can push it this way. But if it's not the same, you have to close it up so that you have the same space in between the letters and here. So some of these things might not come to you when you are designing, but if you start paying attention to detail like this, your design is going to stand out, trust me. So it's either you have your space equal here, or you close it up to have it equal to the next one in between those guys. So now it's time to align this to make sure the space we have above here is equal to the space we are going to have below. Hope you get that. Good. So we'll just keep everything clean like that, very clean. Okay, the next thing whoever that did this design had right here was the information. The information. So we can now draw out the rectangle for information, which is now making up the 10% of the design. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So we can keep the information white, the information area white. So we'll give the eye enough rest because there are a lot of purple going around everywhere.
Yeah.
So just give the eye enough rest. So don't be afraid. You need white. You need white in your designs. You need white in your designs. Even if you are doing a dark color based, let me duplicate this and just place it under here. Let me just duplicate it and just type www.pointernational www.pointernational okay .com. Okay, this is my own interpretation. I'll just pick the color around, the same purple around, and just keep it right here. Now you see the connection between the logo and this. There has to be connection all the time. And your Po International, whatever you're putting has to stand at the center. There is no middle ground between this place and this place. Do you understand? Unless you have something there, it has to stand at the center. Now, there is no middle ground between here and here. So you either have it here or you have it here. Imagining that we have a margin standing here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's no middle ground. It's either at the edge or at the center, or looking at the direction our design is going, it stays here. But let's keep it here because here looks saturated already. So I'm trying to keep it very simple, so don't go into all the other, but this is what brands are looking for. So let me just add a little magic. So I'll just duplicate let me just select the circle, a little bit magic, a little bit, magic to it. Click on stroke on the circle, click on stroke. Call for rebate. Can you imagine? So we're going to use white and reduce it just a little bit. So it gives it a little accent. Gives a little accent to it. So do you get?
Please, can you redo what you just did?
Okay. Click on the circle, on the ellipse I just drew, right? I just saw something now, and I know you like it. and I'll click on the FX panel, FX. I'll hold on to onto the stroke. So just on the stroke, I will click on color. Okay, on color, and add the stroke. Do you understand now? Yeah. There's a lot. We can decide to stay on stroke forever. There's a lot you can do with your stroke. One of those days, I'm going to dwell on blend mode. I'm just going to talk about blend modes and where you can use blend modes. Like, you'll be shocked what you've been missing since you were born. Okay, so I saw something while I was doing this design. I saw something very powerful. Very powerful. Oh, yeah. You are right. The white stroke made it look a little bit relaxed. Do you understand? It's very nice. It's very nice you're observing that. So I'm going to save this file. So I will make something you will like immediately. That's an alternative to this. So now let's talk about this, because this is the last one I'm going to talk about. Let me unmute, finish.
Have you had it, sir?
You say what?
Yeah, have you worked on mine, sir?
What's her name, please?
Mazi.
Okay, Mazi, we are coming on you. His Mimsa is going to work on your own maybe tomorrow or later this night. Let me know if his network is better. So, but between now and next 2 days, we are going to see how we are going to fix his network challenge. We'll know the network that is better for him, and we'll fix that. So we've looked at your own, which is something I nearly worked on, but I'm trying to conserve data for you guys. So we might talk on chats, like I might just turn off my Photoshop and just share only my pictures, so it will reduce data consumption. I can answer the rest of your questions from there. Hope you are okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now this is another thing you
Yes,
will need to learn to do with your designs. Can we turn this into a raster? Turn it to a rasterized layer, rasterize the layer, so we can apply blur to it. So I can decide to apply blur to it instead of using a shape. So I don't have shapes everywhere. So when I apply blur to it, see what I have. Are you seeing it? Instead of having that Fortune, did you see what I did?
Yes, sir.
So instead of having that shape, I turned it into a blur.
Okay.
Did you
Now
see that?
looking more softer.
Yeah, it
it's now
looks softer. So these are the kind of things you can apply also in your artwork. I think I like this to be in small letters. I like this to be in small letters.
I think you rasterized the shape, right, sir?
Yes, I rasterized it.
Okay.
You are wise. Stay safe. Okay?
So please, why do you choose the small letter instead of the big letter?
There's no why. It's just a choice. It's something I just feel like doing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There is no why, please. So so this is it. Are you with me? Right now? So this is it. This is what I have here. So this rest of this space can just be up. So remember the first one we had was something that looked like this. Oh, I think I lost that that part of the design. Okay, but however, it's still something that looks like this, right? And a little of a stroke around it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Okay, a little of a stroke around it. So the next I had was where I had what? I had it rasterized, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had it rasterized, and I had it blurred, and we had this very soft thing, and I had everything stay safe. I had to make it a small letter. So remember, the small letter is a choice. The small letter is a choice. So I just push it out a little bit, just like that right here. So we are done for this. Okay. So I'm going to go through the ones I've done before, and I'm going to save this as JPEG.
Sir, please can you go to that gradient map?
I say what?
That gradient map or something. I didn't get you when you
Is this
put
Mazi?
something on it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Olebube, are you done with your meeting? I'm unmuting everybody now so we can interact. But please, if you want to talk, as the best way to do it, just raise your hand. You can see where you have the raise your hand function. Can you see it? Henry just raised it. Hello. Okay, some people are raising their hands. Okay, Henry is raising his hand up, and Phoenix. So Henry goes first, Phoenix goes later. But before then, let me attend to Mazi. Mazi said he didn't get the gradient mapping area. Okay, the gradient map is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a gradient map. Okay, it helps you to map the objects, to filter an object in a certain way, or a picture in a certain way, on a certain color. Ebube, are you still the one having the meeting? In my meeting? Okay. So, okay, Chima Philip.
No. I wasn't raising my hand. It's a mistake. Sorry.
Okay. So, Mazi, are you still here? Let me explain the gradient mapping.
I'm still here, sir.
Okay, now you go to the adjustment layer. Okay? You go to the adjustment layer, all right?
Yes.
You click on the gradient map. Okay? It shows you something weird. I don't know what your own is showing you, but what it simply means to me is that here should have the darker shade and the other place should have. So I normally if I'm not working on a project like this, I normally like to use complementary colors. I posted video about colors. You can just go and watch them, subscribe. And complementary colors, something like that. You can put a darker color. I like a dark shade of this, for example, and maybe a lighter shade of the same color works. You can also do complementary colors. You can have colors like this. You know, you can do crazy stuff with the gradient map. Very crazy stuff. So I can use a color like this, some yellow like this, okay? And you see the way I'm turning the girl's picture to some, some form of filter, that looks quite cool. So this just helps, the colors on the gradients falls themselves into the highlights and the shadows. Okay, do you understand? So the highlight takes the, you can see the yellow took the highlights and the pink took the shadows. Okay, so but this time around I'm working with purple. Okay, so I'll just go with my purple. Okay, I don't know why it's not responding that way. I just go with my purple and a darker shade of purple. So if it doesn't work, okay, so you see, it's not working well. Okay, so I just have to hit OK and go there and reverse it so I can see the girl. Do you understand properly? Having the whole thing balanced out. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to blend it. Use a blending option or blend mode right here. I use soft light and then reduce the blend a little bit so you still have the purple feel, you know, with the whole picture of the girl showing normally and every other thing you need to see, you know, showing. All right, hope you got that. I might do a video on that later so that it will be more comprehensive. Okay, Henry was raising up his hands. Henry, can I hear from you?
Yes, sir. I didn't get how you the shape, the size, the section.
You say?
I didn't get how you made the circle. Yeah, it looks kind of maybe the size.
Okay, the blur. You didn't get how we made it blur. You know how the shape was before, right? This was a shape before until we made it blur, right? Right? I can't hear you, please.
Yes, sir. I want to know how you made the blur, how the process.
Okay, how I got the blur. So just, okay, I like the reply Christian gave on the chat room. You can see what he said there, very important. You can cram that, but most importantly, learn how to, you know, do it effectively, okay? So I like the chat, the response Christian gave there. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Okay, for the gradients, for the shape, just convert the shape to raster. For example, if this is the shape, like of course it is the shape. Let me delete this shape and create another shape right here. One thing I will tell you, something very important, but that will be later because you have to know how it works, okay? It is almost a crime. But let me not confuse you with that. I'm not confused with that, but I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. So let's have, for example, I color this shape to be purple. Hope you are paying attention, Henry. I just convert the shape to raster layer, rasterized layer. Just try here. It rasterizes the layer. I go to filter, I go to blur, I go to Gaussian blur, and add the amount of blur I want. Okay? You get that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good. So I have to tell you to lower your hand. So who again? Phoenix Creation. So talk to me.
All right, can you hear me? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. God bless you, Phoenix.
Okay, actually, I think you cleared me a bit. Yeah, I was trying to get the concept of the raster, whatever raster, right?
Okay, I cleared you.
Yes, you did.
Hey, yeah.
Addressing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Always will be. Okay. You are cool. Okay, you are cool. You are cool. Favor.
But then, one more question, sir.
Okay, please.
Okay, the brush, I am yet to get how to work with the brush, even how to locate it. I don't really get it then.
Okay, you are yet to get how to work with the brush.
Yes.
Okay. One thing I know is in this design thing, like just like I did here.
Yeah.
All right. You see that? Just
Yeah.
to add contrast to the logo right here. So
Yes.
when you want to work with a brush or something like that, you have to create a new layer. And how do you create a new layer quickly? You see this icon here, below here. Okay.
Yes.
You click on it, it creates a new layer automatically for you. So you pick a brush tool, which under here, just like here, or you have a color here, you can choose the color you want the brush to be. Okay. So if I choose the color I want the brush to be, I will quickly apply. You see?
Okay. Yes.
Now I normally reduce the opacity of my brush at the top of this place, so I don't apply too much. Do you understand?
Yes.
And if I keep it this way, that means if I just brush over everything, everything is on fire, man. So I just keep it so low. So you see that effect I gave on the at the top of this place was dope.
Yes.
You know, it just added
Really.
swag to it. So who else is raising up their hand? I think network even became better right here by this time. So I think that's basically it. Remember the rule, the 60-30-10 rule. Okay, it works everywhere. The size of your image or whatever you want it to be, the biggest should take the largest space. Not like it should be big. I mean, taking the largest space doesn't mean that it should clog everywhere with objects. Do you understand? So you should still have a good amount of space that there is nothing written on it. For example, if you walk into a room and the entire room, like most of us when we were in school, you have roommates in the hostel. Walk into a room, there are properties everywhere. You see boxers on the bed, you see clothes where they just wash, you know, carry and come back. It is smell, they pack and keep on top bed. Everywhere is oozing, everywhere, clothes everywhere. Okay, it will be hard for you to stay there for a long time unless you are naturally born to be a dirty boy. So what you do for some guys is that they'll start quarreling, and that's what we normally do when we see design. So when you see a design, now you see that to create a design that commands attention, it doesn't take much. All right, but we think it takes a whole lot. Like you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. No, 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 my brother. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you must do design. Your design must have to have space where people will look around and see what's going on. Now, I'm not saying you should make everything tiny and small and all that, but remember the rule. Your emphasis is either you place your emphasis on a word or you place your emphasis on a picture. Then the rest goes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until the end of the day. So I think that's cool for now. Maybe tomorrow Mims is going to join, or I don't know. Do you guys want us to have this tomorrow? Just maybe a little bit into the midnight so the network will be balanced, maybe by 11, 12. Mims have a lot of things to share, but just our village people know the remain network. They're all right.
Oh, fine. No, I don't know. Here, we are having light issue. That's my problem.
Yeah. That was actually my fear. Remember when I posted the message, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. But don't worry, I'm recording this session. So whenever we are done, you are going to have everything we've recorded. Do you understand?
Yeah.
On YouTube, but I'm going to put it on private so you just have access to it directly. You can only go there
Right.
if you have the
Oh,
link.
okay, no problem.
All right. So thank you very much, Philip Chima. And let's
Thank
keep working, let's keep researching. And one thing I will tell you, whenever you are given design to do, just go and research. Let me show you something. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is, I can just stay like this. I can just be scrolling on this for one full day. This is what I do, but I'm not designing.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to post this particular link. You are going to go and follow me. Okay, now why you are going to follow me is because I've already built enough link. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've built a good number of links, and the people I follow have people they follow. You understand? So once I just go in and click on stuff, I will automatically, sorry, I'm switching screens like tomorrow, no day. So I'm going to post it on the chat so you can I don't know, somebody's calling me persistently. Hold on, let me take a call. Hello. I'll call you back. Just hold on. I did live meeting. I'll be waiting.
We are
I'll call you.
meeting
Just
live.
hold on. I'll call you. Yeah. You say, okay. So I'm finding it difficult to share it here. I want to share to everyone in the meeting. Yes. So I've shared this link. You can paste it and visit the link. So this is what I do.
Okay.
So for layout designs, for sales stuff like that. So I understand, I try to picture myself seeing the way other people think. It is not very difficult to catch ideas. Okay, you mustn't be the one to find the idea on earth. You can leverage on what other people have done and take advantage of it. You see something like this. So you have ability to save them in your pin. Like I've saved this one. I just save it, and to show me the pins, the artboard I've created. I'm sorry, the mood boards I've created, just like how it works in Dribble and Behance and the rest of them. So you can save your ideas and maybe come back later for it. Okay. There's a design that is trending. Maybe subsequent time we're going to talk about trending designs because there are designs that trend, okay? And once things trend, it's good to go with trends too. It's very nice. Favor Onyimba, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. So, see this? Now, you see how this guy gave the 60% to this girl. Do you understand? Can you see this? Can you see it? He gave the 60% to the young girl. And every single thing here is aligned. Now, let me show you. Let me prove it to you. Every single thing there is aligned. Every single thing there is aligned. Every single thing. Look at it fits. Immediately I put it, it fits in that grid. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So you cannot
Wow.
You cannot not use it. I wasn't with the person when the person did this, but if you have that understanding, and now look, everything is aligned. Now look here. I've placed another ruler. Can you see how it's aligned?
Yeah.
I'm placing another ruler. So you to see where the consistency of the lines are.
Wow.
Okay? I'm placing another ruler for you to see the connection between the bottom of the the date and the circle right here. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. You can't just place things anyhow and go free. So I think that's all. I think that's all I can do for alignment right now. So the rest is you
Does
just
it have to do with layer?
mess around the rest of the things with your creativity.
I have a question.
Raise your hand up if you have a question. No, not that kind of raising of hand.
Wait. I'm
There's
not
a
seeing-
button. There's a button that you can see where you can see raise your hand. I don't know if you
The
can see it.
reaction button.
No. I can only see thumbs up and clap.
Okay, Christian
Yeah.
is raising hand up. I don't know if you can see Christian hand that is going up.
No.
Okay, somebody's raising hand up. Okay. I'll look for it. Ask Google. So say what you want to say.
All right. At the bottom, there is picture with highest likes on IG wins. Is that one not falling out of place?
Now, very good. I like that question. Now, if you have to do that, if this has to work, okay, if you have to put anything below your margin, you have to create a margin for it. You have to create a margin for it. Creating that margin is that black stuff he or she did. Without that black stuff, you will notice it's going to look fallen out of place. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
So for you to put anything below here, you have to create a new margin for it. And those margins are just those things just above them. Can you see? Just above this text. So it can distract your eyes from believing. Do you understand that this this is an output? You are breaking a certain rule. So you have to give an excuse to that, a valid excuse for breaking that rule.
I get it.
The rest of the questions we are going to entertain. Christian was raising up his hand, and I'm about to wrap this up. So on my chat, or
Okay,
you can
evening.
just send your stuff later. Okay, Christian, move on.
Yeah, good evening. I'm actually looking at the layout, and I'm wondering why, or if there's any specific reason why it's demarcated like that. Yeah, Alex.
Okay, specific reason why he demarcated the layers like this. The layout like this, right?
Yes.
No, now
Yes.
I told you there might be reasons, but that reasons could be best known to him. What should bother you in the design is that everything has to connect. Do you understand? And once you're able to establish the 60% image, the 60% content, the 30% content, and the 10% content, because it doesn't only apply in colors, it applies in content too. With the 60% content here was what? The girl.
Yes.
The 30% content was who? The capture thoughts. Together with the Ghana prize right here, because they want you to see the prize and perhaps the date. Then every other thing fell under the 10%, just small stuff. So if not for the way he placed the girl, if he placed the girl here, his content should go perhaps this way, or above or below. There is no specific reason for this. As far as I'm concerned, that might how he must have conceived or how he got his inspiration, wherever he got inspiration from. Because I myself, I like this kind of arrangement because it saves time to create and it saves time for your audience to read. And it's very, very clean. There is nothing as captivating like a clean idea. Do you understand?
Yeah.
it has to be very, very clean. So there's no specific thoughts. I'm not in his mind. Only God sabi wetin make am do am. But however, you have to know that he applied all the design rules that is best known to him. I have to make that clause there. That is best known to him right here. So you still have spaces around so your eyes can see things individually, because that's what design is. You understand? If your audience are able to, okay, Favor is raising up his hand, he is able to figure out how to raise up his hands.
It looks a bit clustered though.
No. It's not.
Okay.
Because you still have a lot of white spaces around. If you have a lot of white spaces, there's no other way you can put this. Do you understand? There's no other way you can put it where your client wants everything to be on the flyer. This is, for me, the guy did a very good job with the content. Most of us, if we are to do this, we might not even have any white space remaining.
I'm talking
the
about
image.
the contrast. Though.
You say what?
I'm talking about the contrast though.
The contrast?
Like the upper part. Well, yes, the upper part above the 35 Ghana cedis something.
Okay, yeah.
Where he has other small details. Yes, so for me, looking at it from this angle, it looks a bit, it's not so clear. Just some parts
it's
of
not
it.
supposed to be clear now. You know now, this is, you don't have the original image. Go and download the original image in your phone. It should be clear there.
Okay.
Okay, sir. This is Favor talking.
I like this. Is somebody liking this with me? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love this.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's just simple. Like you can see the whole design.
You can see everything. That is what you need to see in your design. If we look at your design and thunder is striking left, right, and center, you are a suicide killer. Like people think Oyibo people are smart. Now let me show you a very bad design that is on Pinterest. Okay, this is good enough. This is good enough. I'm looking for very bad designs on Pinterest. I've seen a lot of them, but I don't remember to save them. Very horrible, wonderful. Okay, this one was done by a Nigerian, but the person still try. From what we normally know as bad. I can't please them now. But God knows best. God knows best. Okay, somebody was trying to raise up their hand. I think nobody's raising up their hand now. Favor,
yeah,
okay, favor.
Yes, I want to know, is there any rule concerning white space? Is there a certain percentage we're supposed to leave concerning white space?
Yes, there is, my brother. There is, and I would have loved to talk about it in a design. I'd love to use this guy's design to talk about it. Okay, but let me create a new art layout. Some people use a rule called the golden ratio to explain it. Some people use a rule called that 60-30 I told you, which is just a mental thing. So, but if you want to use a golden ratio to explain it, I would say, I'll still talk about golden ratio, so I won't go into a lot of details. I would say you just imagine a triangle, a square like this, okay? Imagine a square like this for your 60. You draw another square that is almost half of this one. Okay, almost half of this one, or half of it for your 30. Abi?
Yes.
Abi? Then
Yes,
we'll
sir.
draw, we'll do this again. We'll draw a half of this, that is half of this one, as your 10.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So if we should
Yes, sir.
enlarge everything here, this is what we have. Okay? So what it means is that every other thing should be happening. You understand? Every other thing should be happening. But this is my 30, this is my 60, which I'm going to share with my white space. This is my 30, which I'm going to probably use for some content, however I want it. This is where the little space where I can even divide, break it down further to have maybe break it down further up to half, up to 4 of it. 4 of it made up 1 square. I mean, can break it down further to have
Yes.
something here and there. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
so with the red, you can share the big red. You can share the big red with your white space. So, but just know that by the end of the day, you shouldn't have a need for we to call police for you because you are looking for white space. So white space is not your enemy. I want you to look for the book. It's a book on design. Okay?
Okay.
It's a
White
book
space
on
is
design.
not.
White space is not your enemy, yes. So if you look for it, you'll thank me later. Then there's a design pattern I think I saw in that book. The name of I think is works every time design, where you have your design, which almost everybody uses, but you don't actually know what you are using. Works every time design, where you have this part to hold your picture. Okay, you have this part up to this part to hold your write-up. Then you have up to this part to hold your logo.
Okay.
Or something like that. So the rest holds content and the rest are white spaces.
Okay.
You understand? So
Yes, sir.
let's try it out. Let's try something out right now. Let's try it out very quickly. Let me get this. Wash your hands. Something. Okay. I'm going to place the wash your hand something at the top, right? Are you seeing it?
Yes,
Wash your
sir.
hand at the top. Then I'm going to write wash your hand. Okay. So I can
Yes,
choose
sir.
to draw a line above it. Anything you like, just do. Okay. I just draw the line above it and maybe put a color that is just a color that is around because the color is around. So I just used it. The color that is around,
Okay.
that is somewhere around the corner. Let me just do this. I did a whatever on color, so you might check it out. So it's going to
Yes.
help you
Sure.
understand what I did better here. So I did this. Wash your hand. Now this is the fundamental of that thing. Fundamental of that works every time design pattern. This is fundamental. So
Okay,
after
sir.
this, I might go down into its detail a little bit more so that you understand as the thing they be. So this is it. Then I can place the rest of my information just below. It comes automatically and I can do it like this. So I would like to have one of you one of these days, to really learn a subject, maybe get to learn this better, get to understand it better for yourself, have a revelation about this, and come and share it with us here. Okay? I need somebody that is brave. But I need to see your projects and see you've done marvelously well for the kingdom before we'll have you host us right here. So I can choose to do anything here. I can choose to say these guys are going to be the members of the Wash Your Hand team. Okay? These guys right here are going to be members of the Wash Your Hand ministry. Okay? Right here. So the logos of the guys that are going to be washing their hand, the church members, are going to be somewhere, maybe somewhere around here. Okay? Or somewhere around here. However you want to put it. Okay? But this is the first fundamental, okay, of this wash your this pattern. Works well. Image description, order write-up, picture, logo below. This is how it is. This is how it works. First hand. Okay. Then the second, which it works. This is what we do every day. This is what you do. Most designs, you don't even know when you even start putting your designs in this way. Sometimes. Okay. Which is very cool. It's basic fundamental, but you have to know it. That fundamental doesn't mean that it won't fund your mental.
Word.
So I can go into advance of this. I just take it up, just clear things up a little bit, brush it out a little bit, right? I can decide to get maybe a soft background to complement it, maybe something like this to complement what I have already. So it just adds that cool blue feel to it. Normally what I do is I normally blur out backgrounds because I'll teach you something about focus later. Just blur out the background a little so it works. Do you see what happens?
Yeah.
So I can pick my wash my hand thing. Look at what I wrote, and you guys are busy watching.
Just left you now.
Okay. Wash your hand. Okay, so I can decide to do any riggy raga here, but depending on what the content is saying, I should be very careful not to, because you need to know the mood. You need to know what you need people to know about design. So you might break out this text and use it however you want. You might just break it out and use it however you want. And just as it is here, you just reduce it a little. So you see white spaces around. Hope you are seeing white spaces, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
White spaces doesn't mean that it's white in color. I hope we grab that. So I can create a circle and can create a circle, a white circle, and just like what we would do, just a design element, right? Can create a design element and I can change the color to maybe a blue that is around the corner, okay? Which is cool. I like to reduce the opacity. Okay, so I'll duplicate that circle, remember, and bring it in with Alt and Shift just a little bit. I'll do that. Do you get it? Do you get it? It gives me that feel of, okay, so I'll just put this whole thing at the center so it works. They call it works every time. I mean, works all the time. As there's a phrase for it. As you can see, it's working. Anytime you use this design pattern, it means that you are out of options. You have tried your best, and this will surely work. It doesn't disappoint. You understand what I'm saying? This doesn't look balanced to me at the center. It doesn't look centralized to me. So, but this is just for the tutorial. Let's just forget about the rest of the thing. If I have time, I will just piece this out a little and do some stuff on it. So the rest is that people now start putting things around the, you know, this works every time. Anytime you use this design, it works, and which is everywhere. Church flyers, you use it. They normally put the pictures of the guest ministers on top, and you understand what I'm saying? So you see how clear our background is? Guest ministers on top. You understand?
Yeah.
Then
These are, it looks like something you can.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, actually, this looks like something that one can post on a website, majorly on a website.
Yeah,
It's like an
yeah.
ad.
Okay, somebody already has the book here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. White space is not your enemy. The book will change your life forever. In fact, you thank me later. You buy me a
That's
car.
Where is the group?
Eh?
Read the book. Where is it? Is there a link? Where is the
Yeah,
link to
somebody
the
sent
book?
it on the chat room. So go to the chat room and download it.
Okay, it's, yeah, I'm yet to
Wow.
get the notification. That's why I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he sent it to only you. I don't think he sent it to everybody.
No, I can see it.
Everybody can see it.
Okay.
Or I'll find a way and get it across. So now I want you to look at this design. I think that's the final thing I'm going to do. Then I'm going to say goodbye tonight. Look at this guy. This is very awesome. This is an example of, I think, works every time, or whatever that is called. But this time around, the guy placed it to the left. He placed the picture to the left, to the right, and had his designs at the left. So now this works every time. You can use it and use it and use it and use it and use it until it is tired. In fact, you can create rectangle. You can create any shape, okay, to demarcate the picture up. And do you get what I'm saying? I can do this. I can do this. Hope you saw how I did this. That was quite fast.
Yeah, really, quite fast.
Okay. I can just take it down a little and duplicate it. So I normally like to have a little effect on these designs with opacity. I just reduce the opacity a little. You know, some of these designs are very good for you to, you know. So I just reduce it a little so it's not the same size. You see that? So this works every time. So anything you put across, anything you like, just, you understand? But just know that the picture first, the content second, every other thing falls below. So you can fall left and right, but make sure whatever you're doing has connection to each other. So I think I'm done. And I've had a cup of coffee before this class. My head is full. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, sir.
Your data.
Thank you.
God,
Sorry?
I run out for now.